Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and we are playing Let Them Trade today, which I'm pretty excited about. I really love the economic games, as you can probably tell from other things I've recorded. And I played the demo on this, I can't remember when, a few months back I guess, and it was great. It's very unique. I haven't played anything quite like it. It kind of looks like a board game. It's very economically driven around supply demand market economics. So let's give it a go. So I did the tutorials just to kind of go through them a bit. You know, I don't know, I find them less interesting to record, so we'll just sort of start the campaign. Looks like we're sort of, the tutorial was this little island off the mainland here. So, the kingdom is lacking wood production, and while the forests are a rich source of lumber, they're also sparsely populated. Build up the population, expand wood production. Sounds pretty straightforward. Now, I'll definitely go through, just in case you haven't sort of seen the game before, and explain the basics as we go. So, greetings, loyal subject. Mr. Nuts and I, that's his little squirrel over there on his shoulder, have decided that we need to spruce up the kingdom's wood production, and this forest seems like a fine area for lumber. We will firstly need to establish an economy before we build up a population of workers, then we can expand and optimize wood production. Sadly, I will not be able to oversee this personally, as the outdoors wreaks havoc on my complexion. That's when I thought of you. You don't care about complexions, do you? I didn't think so, so let's get to work. Toodaloo. Right. Okay. That's a good guy to work for. Okay, first thing we need to do is establish a basic economy, build two cities, one to produce wood and another to produce potatoes. So, the key thing here is, and are we on pause? I can't tell. So, so we are essentially, I don't know, the king's emissary, whatever it is, and here is the king's castle, and ultimately the castle has its own resources. So you can see here we actually have a little stockpile of 50 wood, potato, or lumber, wood, potatoes and wood, and we can also, but those supplies obviously will come from the towns actually doing the work for them, and to acquire more in our stockpile, we have to buy it. Everything has a market price in the game, and it's all driven by the actual market economy. So the money that I can generate, my personal money, which I guess right here we have 10k gold in the stockpile. My income comes from taxes. So I really want a constant commerce running, and this is pretty cool, because it's like very much like how our real economy works and how the government funds itself. Somewhat, they also have the ability to print money, unlike in medieval times where they're actually using hard money. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So the only way I'm going to generate income is I need cities trading with each other, because when one city buys a good from the other city, I get 25% of that. Think of that like a sales tax, right? So and then actually when I click here, it says display global prices. So it's saying that right now the market price for all of these goods is, it's like 5 gold for wood and potato, and then 10 for the refined wood. And that's going to move up and down as there's less or more supply of a certain thing. Okay, so what we need to do is we need two cities, and obviously we want to build near the resources they're going to make. Now, potatoes can just be built on any fertile land, so any of the green, and then obviously the wood will come from the forests here. So yeah, we'll just get going. So what I'm going to do is, we're allowed to build up to 4 cities right now. You can see here 0 of 4. Costs 1,000 to build a city, so we've got 10,000. So I'm just going to do, with the plan, I guess, let's build, I want to basically have like, a specialization. So maybe we have like this city has all of this around it for farming. And then, so then what we need to do is we're going to have to, so to work the potato farm, you do need peasants to do it. So we're going to build a peasant home. And then what you want is really like the home to be, you know, like you'd have a home between the farms, I guess. So I'm going to put a home there, and then we'll put down one potato farm. And you can see there's a little like green arrow saying, you know, how the goods are going to move. So we'll do that for right now. Now it does say it wants 4 peasant homes, 2 potato farms. So really we do want for both. So I'm going to go ahead and put another potato farm here, and then we'll put a home here. So it is sort of showing that it's gonna, like, both farms. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. I think it's just kind of assuming, but I don't think we need to do it that way. But anyway, so we've got that. And then on the other side, let's go ahead and make another city near kind of a decent amount of wood. I mean, like, that's pretty awesome. It's just a bit of a distance for now. I think I'm actually going to stick with this. And we've got 2 forests there. I mean, that's pretty good too, but also quite far away. Yeah, I think we'll be fine with 2 forests for now. I want them nice and close, because, you know, the distance they travel can slow things down. So, once again, we want 2 homes. And so I can't build there now, so there will be a little bit of a walk. But, like, so we'll have 2 homes. And then we'll have 2 logging camps. Oh, so that one, it's too close to the other city. Okay, so you can't have adjacent. All right, well, that's fine. You live, you learn. Yeah, that's fine. So you saw there was a bit of red there. It's not ideal because it means like one house is going to have to take a long walk. I'd rather have this house go to here. I'm not quite sure why. Yeah, I thought you could assign based on, but maybe you can't. Anyway, let's just unpause. And so they're going to get building on all of this. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and build a road between the 2 cities. And so we'll do like that. There's the 2 city centers connected. And then we'll also connect this road up to our castle, which you'll find out why. Well, you know, basically there will be trips between the castle and the cities. Now, the roads are only for intercity travel. So within a city, and you can see here, so Frosthaven just got founded, and you see that there are these, they're called like transporters, and they leave the city center, and they bring whatever needs to go to the various places. So in this case, you know, like this is waiting for 10 wood to get built. So the transporters brought the 10 wood out, and are now, you know, it's now these buildings are now getting built, and you can see the same thing happening here. I'm going to turn it down just a tad, just because I hear it quite loudly in my ears, and I don't know if that's going to wash out my voice there, but yeah. Okay, it's always like when you zoom in, of course, the sound gets much louder. All right, so you can see here we got our first peasant home. Now, so the peasants kind of move in on their own, and the needs define, you know, will they stay in the house? And so you can see here, basic needs, they need 5 wood and 5 potato. They're consuming it at, you know, this rate here. So we just complete the quest, so it's moving on. Fine word, look at those little settlements, how quaint. But fine words doth butter no parsnips, nor chop any wood for that matter. I've allotted you more land to develop, and now it's time to get really serious. Okay, so we're going to need many more inhabitants to work as lumberjacks. Wood doesn't grow on trees, you know. Haha. Grow the population so that we have enough workers to meet the production requirements. So we'll get to that in a sec. So just to go back, so the basic needs, you can see, you know, right now this home is consuming 0.8 wood a minute and 1.1 potato. And so we need to keep that up for this to grow. The higher happiness, the more inhabitants will move in. So I think this is the spot where the next inhabitant moves in. When happiness is high enough, you get extra taxes too. So that's good. It looks like the guy moved in, you know, at this point. So I don't know what exactly it is. And this is how much they're paying us just for existing, I guess. And if we cross this threshold, we'll get even more. So, So yeah, I mean, essentially, what have we got going here? You can see, so now we have two peasants working in each of the potato farms. We have two peasants in each of the houses and two in each of the farms, right? And so this is a good equilibrium for the city. We should be seeing the same over here when this starts to kick off. And ultimately, we're making some money. You can see we're getting taxes. It's saying we're getting 3 coins a minute from trade. So that's because, and you can see these little guys moving here. This guy is basically saying, I'm taking 8 wood over to Frosthaven, and Frosthaven paid me some money for it. I'm not actually sure. So, like, here's another example. So, Wolfridge, this guy is moving the potatoes over. So, right here, you know, actually click on him. I can't. So, right here, he has 6 gold and 4 wood, and so that represents that he's, I believe, sending 6 gold over to Wolfridge to buy 4 wood. Right now, I guess the global price, it makes sense. I mean, it's saying the wood price is 2 per wood. So 4 wood should really be 8, but I don't know if, that price changed when, before he left. Or it could be 4 wood would be 8 money. Yeah, so we're not, I was wondering if that's our tax income, but I don't think it is. I think that's what this guy is carrying with him. So yeah, I mean, so that's kind of how the economy is just being driven. So let's have a look at what we need to do now. So side quest, build more cities, and we want to get to 16 peasants. So, we know that to get, people, we need to be fulfilling on their basic needs and hopefully get to their luxury needs as well. So we probably want to set up some more specialist cities for wool and fish. And that way we'll just naturally have more people working these different industries, but we'll also be keeping everyone happy. So we'll potentially be making more money, which will drive more economy. So we're definitely going to do that. I see over here we've got some fish, so I'm probably going to start a city over here. But here's 2 fish, so maybe it makes more sense to do it where we have expansion. Here's another 2 fish. You kind of like that because they're right next to each other. Although, again, it sort of doesn't matter. It seems like you want the house closer to the thing. I don't know. We'll give this a go. We'll see if this works. So we're going to go ahead and build a city center there. We will build a home there, and oh, we can't fish yet. Okay, so we need research. Okay, so I'm going to research fishery. And that costs 20 wood and 20 planks. So actually, we can't bother with that. We need a sawmill first. So it looks like we can make a sawmill. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's deconstruct. I think we get some money back. Who knows, honestly. I didn't check. I think we're okay. So, yeah, what we want to do is start, like, refining our wood. So we're going to go ahead and build a sawmill in this city here. Yeah, I've already kind of messed up planning, but, let's see how we go. Because you can see here, you really want the sawmill close to the logger camps. So, they're going to have a long walk over to deal with it, and either one is not great. So I guess it will just be what it is. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. And, yeah, now we're going to need another home for sure. I don't know why these wood guys need to get to this home. That's what confuses me. I guess it's because they have a need for wood, so it's going to come directly from the camp instead of from the city center. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm building another home so that we have enough people to work the sawmill. And yes, because we really want to get that going. And I think actually let's improve our. I think maybe we'll start with improving our potato farm, although that also costs planks. Everything costs planks. This only costs potatoes and planks. So yeah, it's going to be hard to actually make anything for now. All right, so we should resources are missing. So he needs, you know, wood logs to come over to even start working, but we do have enough people to work it. So wood is starting to come over. One of the things you can do is you can upgrade so that you have more transporters. Since this is now a bigger city and it needs more transporters to move goods around, we can upgrade the city. Again, it needs planks. It looks like we do have 20 planks in the castle. You can see the stockpile here. So they do have 20. City wants to sell, and you can set like kind of how much they move the resources around. So yeah, we've got the 20. Let's go ahead and upgrade our city right away. And I'm just going to speed that up. I just want to sort of, yeah, so it increases the city size limit. We get another trader, which also means traders are the ones who go between the cities. So that's now upgraded, and so yeah, we should see more movement of goods, or easier to get goods around. All right, so now that we have a plank income, and I believe there's a way to see global resource price, the total amount of resources currently on the market. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and so we've got more planks, we've got more construction going. So I think next, yeah, now we can actually get some tech. So I think what I want to do is let's increase the output of our potato farms. Well, yeah, I mean, you kind of need everything. So, you know, because essentially this all improves the efficiency of space. Um, okay, let's just start with the home. Although you kind of don't need more. Well, you need it at the same time, like I said. Okay, we'll start with the home. Let's go then to the potato farm, and then to the lumberjack. That's my decision. So like basically, the home increase means that every home can now hold another peasant. So we don't need to build. We don't need another entire hex to house more workers. And then we'll improve like the efficiency of the lumber and the sawmill. So we'll just have a lot more production going. And then I think once that's done, so how does research work actually? I think we do need I forgot this. We need a research center to actually do research. So we'll build a research center, and you know, and then yeah, the castle is going to need access to those resources to research. So you know, right now, you know, we need 2 wood, 2 plank, but we already had it, right? Because the castle, you know, this is what we currently have. Actually, no, when you click on the castle, like this is what's currently in there. So we've already got a bunch to research, which probably should have been researching right away. And then here we're saying keep the stockpile up to X level. Seems quite a lot. Not sure we necessarily need that much. Let's knock this down to 40. This can also go down to 40. Unless I'm missing something. Like, we don't really need this massive buffer. Because, you know, I think the only thing we're spending on is these. And you can see that you know, generally these need 20. So I think having double what the research it needs isn't bad. All right, so yeah, I'm just going to speed that up because our research is going at basically full speed here. We have a positive balance. Yeah, and you can see we're spending 10 coins to keep up that you know, that demand of things, but we're making 17, so we have a surplus. All right, so we did our housing, so now we're going to do. So basically, now that the housing finished, what does that mean? you know, we have an extra slot in a home. We'd have to upgrade the home first, but that's it. So yeah, but we can start upgrading homes now instead of you know, building more houses. Okay, and now this is automatic. We automatically now potatoes are making 20% more output. So that was definitely something I wanted to make sure we had. And actually, you can see here our output buffer for potatoes is up. But what we've got here is 50% output for every adjacent building of the same type. Good to know now. So you actually want the potato farms next to each other. And then bigger fields, so plus 50% output. So yeah, I mean, and there's no cost to this. So you might as well do that, and I think we're getting plus 50% output there. So we've got a ton of potatoes, so we can definitely expand. We've got enough to feed our people, and then the logger camps will be the same soon. So let's go ahead and let's get this going now. So we'll go ahead and build that city. Like I said, I'm going to try that home fishery next to each other, and then maybe try to build a bridge. I don't know if they'll use the bridge. Allows units to travel over water tiles. Bridge. Yeah, hopefully that'll work. Okay, and so then we'll make our home. Oh, we still don't have the fishery. That was what I was doing. So okay. Yeah. So this is gonna be a waste. We'll have unhappy people at the same time. But yeah, let's get that fishery going. All right. So that'll happen pretty quick. Whoa. Okay, our budget suddenly just exploded. I guess because these guys, we should be getting more from this. Let's get a road in. All right, we have a fishery. Good. So put the fishery here, and that needs just the 2. I'm also going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and upgrade the fishery. And you see, yeah, I guess, you know, that's where the big cost's coming as soon as we start that research. Because right now, you know, you know, our supply actually. Well, what's going on? Why did it increase the buy again? Huh. 40. 40. Interesting. Buy all seller resources automatically up to the target amount. Yeah, that's fine. I have no idea why that just targets stock. Yeah, I don't know why that changed again. Huh. Weird. Okay. All right. So that's got our fish coming in. So yeah, and so he has his basic needs filled. We've got 2 guys there. So now they're working the fishery, and soon we'll have a better. So what do we need? So with 1 plank's input, it increases output by 50% if we level up our fishery. And this one's 20% for wool. I think I'm okay with planks. But yeah, so we don't actually need to build this yet. So it's going to depend on the demands of the fish. You know, so we have, it would be good to, I'm not sure a way to know like what overall consumption is. This is market price. Huh. Yeah, I don't, it'd be nice to know like what's the global need for fish. Like this is a single peasant. We might as well keep researching. So like let's get the sheep farm going too. And then let's upgrade the sawmill. As long as we don't run out of money, I think we should be okay. It keeps setting this up. That is... That is odd. I don't know why it's doing that. Huh. And like I can drag it, but I don't know if that's any different to, you know, when you type it in. Yeah. All right. I don't know. You know, I mean, I think the best thing you can do is see is like you want to see this output as high as possible. Like you don't want to see any production at 0. Um, so yeah. And this is actually could have another slot. So I'm going to now, let's upgrade our peasant home. And that gets us another slot, so this slot won't be empty. And I think that should increase the output. All right, we can now make sheep worker home. So we're going to need extra types. I don't know if we're going to be under attack, so I don't know how important it is to have military yet. Trader speed upgrade sounds good. That needs quarry. So we will need the stone eventually. Don't know what the tavern does. Assume it's to do with happiness or something. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little feeling of yeah, I'd like to feel like I know better about what needs are. I mean, you know, and also like, well, okay, the price is higher. You'd think that means, okay, well, we need to increase supply because it's getting unaffordable. So like planks, for instance. So sure, let's up the production of the sawmill. We don't actually have, so maybe we should be working on, well, we're working on the sawmill increase. All right, so that peasant home upgraded. So hopefully we get a new guy move in, and yeah, there we go, he moved in, and now that. And so now we're doing 18 potatoes a minute. So we shouldn't have a problem with potatoes. And of course, yeah, potatoes is showing a large supply. Yeah. So I think let's do the same thing with, let's improve our logging. Oh, we didn't even use the modifications. 50% output for every other build on the same type, okay. Yeah, so that just automatically. Well, actually, let's do 15% there, and over here we'll add a slot. And so this guy, which home did I upgrade? I haven't yet. Upgrade that home. There we go. So now, once this home is upgraded, we'll also have. So basically, this guy is automatically producing a little bit more. This guy is going to take in a new peasant and be producing a significant amount more. So that'll get us more logs because our logs are super low. And then the next thing I want to do is upgrade our sawmill. And you can see, yeah, we're really draining the resources, but I'm okay with that for now. And I want this to upgrade. Yeah, see, he's waiting for logs. So that it can also process the extra log output we've got going. Yeah. How's our research? So we have nothing in the queue right now. So I think the next deal is probably a quarry because we're going to need stone for continued research. But we also, let's go ahead and build some wool. So now fish is looking pretty low, so we probably do want to upgrade our fish. Logs are climbing, you see. Planks are low. I wonder what the red means. It probably means that our production and consumption are unbalanced, is my guess. But it looks like that just about fixed itself. So like the sawmill has been upgraded. It's got plenty of logs. Output storage is even full. Oh, we need stone to improve the sawmill beyond just the benefit it just got. Okay. I wonder why the storage is full though. I'm actually going to upgrade. Oh, this needs stone to upgrade as well. Yeah. I will say the storage buffer is, like, can only hold 15 total, which seems a little odd. These have all been set back to 50. That is really bugging me. I'm going to put a question in on Discord probably to see if something I'm missing there. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, we're almost there in terms of population. I guess there's no reason not. I don't know what happens if you have population that aren't working. But I think we might as well increase our fish or get a wall going. Actually, let's do that. So my understanding is, yeah, you can raise sheep on fertile land as well. So we'll probably let's make another city over here. What are these? Coal, iron, so probably don't want to block that too much. Tons of more wood, potentially. Let's do... I think we'll do the city... Can't build there, okay. Alright, and let's do our wool. So we'll do a sheep, so we'll do our home. Home and sheep farm. And let's do the same deal. Let's get our sheep farm leveled up. And my plan is to have like a level 2, home. And then upgrade the sheep farm, etc. 50% output when adjacent to a mountain tile. Oh my god, all the things. Actually, you know what? Let's take that all back then. I don't know how much refund we get, but... this sounds better. I mean, I hope I don't block out the resources there, but... just seems like that would be a better play. So let's put the sheep farm there. And we'll do a home here. Alright. And then we're going to get automatic output increase from that. And then let's throw in our road. And I think it's a good idea to, you want to be able, so they have direct kind of routes. We could theoretically, can you go through the mountain? No, not surprising. So there's no need probably to do a direct there, just they can go through. All right, speed that up. Okay, he's going to build the sheep farm. We are almost out of money. I don't know if you get loans in this game, but we might have to stop building for a bit and let that restockpile. All right, so sheep farm's already leveled up. All right, that looks great. The current amount of production is not exactly what I had in mind. It's time to get more of these burly fellas to work and up the output. You can build more lumberjacks, or you could try upgrading existing ones. I don't mind. That's fine. So, yeah, he's making the wool. They have what they need, so they're getting happier. So we've got our full sheep farm. All right, so hopefully we'll start seeing this wool come up as well. Yeah, I mean, only be able to hold 15. You see, this is not going above 15 because the sawmill can only hold 15. Oh, no, there it goes, 25. Available on the market. Yeah, I don't know where it gets held. Oh, I guess actually this tab here, so this actually shows us quite a lot, like what the consumption is. production, it's trade price, and balance. Balance. I mean, I don't know what balance means. I mean, it seems like coins. I guess that's the amount of money it's making for the city. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's like if you think of trade deficits or surpluses, you know, it's selling so much wood, that's how much money it's making. Meanwhile, it has to buy potatoes because it doesn't make potatoes. So it's not like having a negative balance is not necessarily a bad thing because from my perspective of income, whether they buy potatoes or sell planks, I'm making money. So I guess the balance is more to just understand. Um, I don't know, actually, just kind of like what those demands are. So, and then this is interesting. The city wants to buy 80. So you can see and they have none in stock. So it would suggest that we definitely want to ramp up this production as much as we can. Oh, so I've got my better fishery here. Now, wool is not currently super high. +1 planks input, -1 peasant slots. Huh? Why would you ever want that? Am I crazy? Does it mean extra +1 peasant slots? Why would you want to reduce the peasant slots and have to eat additional planks? That is weird. This one also says -1 peasant slots. Oh, but it's -1 peasant slots +1 worker. But that one doesn't add. Oh, it's so weird. I don't understand. Anyway, so I keep pausing and sending notes in the Discord. I don't know if we'll get more answers. But yeah, see, like here I see bigger fields, +1 peasant slot, and it's green to suggest good, +50% output. But then on the sheep farm, it's green saying -1 peasant slots. My guess is actually, I guess I can always click it. No, it got rid of the peasant slot. And the output dropped. If I turn it off altogether, okay. Alright, but, okay, so strange. So this says 6 output a minute. I click here, and it's 12 output a minute. But there's only one peasant working. So I guess that's good, although I've only got one peasant working here, and I think once the second guy shows up... Yeah, I don't know. Alright, well, that kicked that guy out. Hopefully he'll come back. Alright, what are we trying to do? We want to up our wood production. That's fine. Fish. My fish is super low, so I really do want to get that fish up. So, right, it wants wool. Do I want to give it planks? I have way more planks. Yeah, let's do that. It does increase the production time, but it also increases the overall output. So I think it just sort of, there's just a longer wait period, I suppose. Also, technically, I think it's good to use these upgrades. Actually, let's increase this too. It's good to use these upgrades that require inputs because that is more trade, which is going to be more commerce, right? So, yeah. Okay, so we need to increase our logging output. So I think we'll just go ahead and upgrade this lumberjack as well. And maybe we'll go ahead and we'll get another home upgraded, and once we've got another citizen, we'll go ahead and move it over to like an extra forester and get even more output. So hopefully we'll see the results of that. I just got a achievement. So yeah, the storage is full again, even though it's not. I don't know. Yeah, so let's go ahead and once this is done. Oh, he's waiting for more logs. There we go. All right. So, yeah, there's a third guy. So let's go ahead. Does it tell you if they're unemployed or not? It doesn't. They're just living there. Maybe in the Wolfridge buildings. I mean, it's showing you I have 8 folks, but only 7. So, you know, I guess that's how I can know. Okay, so let's do... let's go ahead and upgrade that. So there's a forester, so he joins there. There we go. So, I mean, yeah, what are we up to there? And then our sawmill. I guess let's get research going just to increase the cost for wood. So let's. I don't actually have a way to build a quarry now that I have 4, because I can't build another city right now. I suppose. Like, I suppose, like, I could unspecialize, like, yeah. I wonder why they are allowed to, but these guys aren't. It might be a city size issue. Well, actually, let's definitely upgrade you. Wow. So our wood, or potato farm, I guess that hasn't actually been, that probably wasn't that necessary. But, yeah, maybe we'll do a quarry here. How's our wood production? So, I mean, I don't see that going up anymore. Like, we need more consumption for our wood. Okay, let's do that, and let's get the tavern. Anything that we can improve, I guess. So we're pretty much knocked out now without the quarry. That isn't actually changing our production, even though the consumption is up. Because, yeah, we need... I mean, it seems like we're going to just need to build another logging camp. Or another... I'm not actually even sure how we do that. Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, 25 a minute, 26 a minute. That's our 51. Whether or not it produces or not, that's what we're getting. So we either need one more logging camp, or... Yeah, we can't improve the logging output. Unless we get someone mining. Huh. So, do we have room for a logging camp? We can. So we're going to do it. Seems a little... I'll upgrade this peasant home so we have someone to work in it. Alright. This feels like one of those quests where, you know, not really sure why we need that much wood log production. Okay. So, got 8 people, and we need 2 more slots. Alright, well this is going to upgrade. That'll give us 1 more slot anyway. Okay. And then I guess I'll do that. Although I don't think... No, let's just do that, because we don't have the people for it. So that's got us up to 61. Yeah, this is a bit strange. We're at our city limit. I'm not sure how you increase the city limit. Plank production is definitely not anywhere close to... And we can't improve it without tools, which I'm sure would need some stone. I mean, maybe we do, like... I'm even tempted to... I mean, we'll throw one in here. It's a bit odd. I'll upgrade you. You know, I mean, I can always tear it down again. You don't have enough people. I guess I could build another house. I don't think I have... oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so it's kind of weird. I mean, honestly, I don't want that. I'm going to take it down. That's more like, and that's kind of wood production Mr. Nuts and I had in mind. You really have a knack for the deforestation, destruction of old growth forests. Okay. Oh, and that's it. All right, so it was just to max it out. Yeah, it was very arbitrary, right? Because I don't really need this wood, but it just wanted to show how we could really get our production super high. All right, cool. Well, that was it. To the main menu and move on to the next. All right, so on to fishy business. Happy workers are vital for a strong economy, but the peasants aren't getting enough fish. The king wants you to scout the map, find a place to produce fish. Okay, so yeah, we'll see if the campaign has sort of larger maps. I guess like they almost feel a little tutorial-y. Well, you know, we'll see. There is a sort of a sandbox mode, I believe, or just a kind of like an you know, an endless mode where you're just trying to build out the largest region you can. Greetings, loyal subject. Just because, you know, we did fish already, right? So it's sort of like, oh, I guess we didn't need to do fish last time. Happy population is a key to a strong economy. Inhabitants are not fully satisfied by their basic needs, but require luxury resources to be truly happy. Fish is a luxury resource, although I personally don't have a taste for them. The fish, that is, not the peasants. I guess it's understandable if your only other source of sustenance is potatoes. I have it on very good authority that there are bountiful fishing grounds around here. Start by building a base economy, produce some scouting packages. So this is now going to introduce like the scouting mechanic in the game. So you can see this map. Oh look, when we zoom fully out, haha, we're on a table in a pleasant home. All right, so the first thing we need to do is establish a basic economy. Build 2 cities, one to produce wood and another to produce the same deal. And then, yeah, so let's get the economy going. So, did we learn anything from placement last time? All right, city center. Let's, yeah, what did we learn? Like, geez, like one of them was. Yeah, I wish there was a, is there like a wiki or something? There is this, help. Whoa, it's a lot of text. Sell resources, collect a bonus tax from cities. Interesting to know. But yeah, I was wondering if there's no way to look up, like, okay, if I peasant home level 2, what are the modifications available? Like we just learned that one of the things, which I can't remember now, I think it was the wool or the sheep farm, for example, was you get a bonus if the farm is built near a mountain. So it's like things like that, and there's one of these has a bonus where if the two things are adjacent to each other, like the potato farms, I believe. So okay, let's put our city. Yeah, why not get really close? I guess the problem is if you get too close, like the castle needs to be able to upgrade some of it. Let's do that, and then so we'll have our home. And then we'll have our potato farm, and yeah, we could have a second potato farm you know, over here, and then they'll have 2 potato farms next to each other. Meanwhile, I think we'll do, let's do our lumberjack, or yeah, wood. So we'll have another home and a lumberjack, and we really want to get a sawmill going relatively quickly. Well, we'll have another lumberjack. Yeah, I mean, basically, it's saying you do want to be building like the 2-and-2 format, which feels unnecessary in the longer game. So yeah, basically, I don't know if it's that necessary to like have the 2-and-2 format once you get your upgraded houses with more slots and your upgraded industries, etc. But I guess it makes sense initially. All right, first thing we need now to do is find fish. You can use your knight. So yeah, so what we're gonna do is, oh, whoa. So it's saying we want to explore here. Are we gonna fall off the table, or does the table get bigger? So I have a knight in the castle, and it's also represented by this, this logo here. And for the knight to be able to scout, it needs these packages. So he has 8 right now. So what I can do is set him to scout, and the knight reveals 1 tile for every scout package. So I set him to scout, and then click here. Oh, it's not letting me get there, but okay, so that's fine. So we'll scout that one first. He does move faster on road. It's kind of cool. He looks like a classic board game wood piece. But you see how much slower he moves off road? So it does sort of make sense to build out the road. I don't think they're not that expensive. $20, yeah. I don't know if they come with maintenance costs. But yeah, I'm gonna do that so we can get back quicker. So I think he's just gonna, yeah, he auto explores until he runs out of packages. So he's got like 4, now he's gonna like, and then he'll come home. So the castle, to build the scout packages, how do I get them? Provisioner. So he's probably going to tell us to do this. So yeah, I was told that without a doubt, 100%. Wait, there's no fish after all. Okay, so we went looking for fish and didn't find anything. I guess that serves me right for listening. Oh well, lesson learned. In the future, only trust in the old and tested. Astrology, tea leaves, and animal sacrifice. Anyway, there should be fish around here somewhere. Send your knight back to look to the north. Looks like we're going to need some more scout packages. So yes, this is sort of teaching us that we do need. Okay, so he wants us to search over here now. So, so yes, so we're going to build a provisioner. Yeah, and you can see that by building my cities too close to the castle, I've run out of building. Ouch. So if I'm... Oh, it will let me build a research here, though, thankfully. Okay. Yeah, so you can't build adjacent to a city. So we definitely need to we need to space this out more. Did not learn for last time at all, clearly. I guess I'm not bothering building out the economy. Let's just do what it's telling us to do, I suppose. Seems a bit lame. I feel like I should be... Let's just start upgrading everything. Oh, and I'll build a sawmill. Yeah, we're gonna need another house, I guess, as well. All right. So anyway, our provisioner, the way that works is you can see, so we can tell it like how many to make. So it's set to 25, and to make it, that's weird. Yeah, I guess it needs 4 potatoes to make a stock. Yeah. So now the castle needs to be buying potatoes, which should be fine. Oh my god, I built the sawmill in the wrong spot. That's silly. Yeah, this is our potato farms. So, yeah, see, and we can set this, and they do better just being adjacent to each other. And then later, I guess we skip, but you get this like for free, you know, so that's cool. Okay, figures out for every other building. So yeah, you might as well set these on. There's like no downside to setting the free modifications on. Okay, so we definitely want a sawmill though, because otherwise we won't be able to build anything. Sawmill, I guess we'll go there. Alright, so yeah, so where's our knight right now? Oh, so he's just running around. So let's send him back to the castle. And then I think I'll go ahead and build a road out to where we want, you know, start exploring so he can get there quicker. And then, yeah, so he's going to start getting these as the provisioner builds. Does build quite slowly. So yeah, so I'll just speed this up. Yeah. We're at a surplus. We have no time limit. So yeah, I guess, you know, you just... There's no harm in just leaving it where it is. Okay, so once he has 8, because it looks like, I think he can only carry 8 of 8, right? So once he's got his 8, I'm going to send him out again. Alright, there we go. So let's send him out. Not back to the keep. There we go. Off he goes. And, oh. Why did you run home? Oh, can I do that? No, you have to sort of do it manually, apparently. Yeah, okay, so now he's actually revealing things. There we go. And he's heading back. So he's going to kind of search around his own thing, so we do need to kind of give him more direction, so we'll do that. Oh, well, that's annoying because he didn't. Now he's going to go home to get another package, but yeah. Almost there. Alright. Not enough, still need the other one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so, found some. Let's build a city and get fishing. Cool. And then they want the research center. So yeah, I guess for now we'll be okay. I have no idea what I'm going to do if I have to get another castle thing this round, but yeah. Okay, so they want a fishery, so yeah, that's easy enough. Let's do... city, and then home. And we need the fishery, so we're going to need to research the fishery. So yeah, so that's going. So you can see, again, research needs the wood and the planks. So we got our planks going, so that's fine. Okay, I think I'm just speeding it up until the fishery is researched. Oh, we're still sitting on these. Maybe let's move you up. Can we do that? No, you just have to remove it. So I'm just going to skip to this one. And we'll put those back in the queue. So it's going to finish the peasant home first. All right. All right, fishery's unlocked, so now we can make our fishery. And it wants 2 fisheries, so sure. Which probably means we want a second home. Alright, so now we can make unlocked bigger fields for potato farm. So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade our potato farms. You know, since we do have more population now. Although our potatoes are pretty high. Ooh, maybe we want to cancel that. Not sure you can actually once you've started the upgrade. But yeah. Yeah, the hold-up's definitely planks initially. Okay. So our lumber mills are upgraded. I think next I will want to do a better sawmill. It's waiting for that last fishery to get built. What is it waiting for? 2 planks, yeah. So our planks are low. Yeah, we only have the 1 peasant. Okay, so if I upgrade the peasant home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we need an extra slot so that this peasant can work the sawmill. Wasn't there a way to prioritize this? It doesn't matter. I suppose it's about to be done. There we go. So we should have a guy move in. Alright. Now that we have production going, the city will start trading excess fish. Let's purchase some for ourselves to store in our castle, which we can then sell later if there is ever a shortage and people start to get hungry. You don't want unhappy peasants. Let me tell you, I learned that the hard way. The pitchforks, the torches. Alright, so he wants us to buy fish. So now if we go here, so we just have to have 25 fish in storage. And so if I do this, I basically have an automated thing saying get us to 30. And now you can also do direct buy. Yeah, like I can literally say, okay. Well, actually, Maple Watch isn't in there for some reason. Oh, that's just a sell. I thought there was a way to directly buy, but it's not showing it. I don't know if it's just locked in this campaign. But, you know, by simply saying we want to buy it, there should be someone on the way doing it eventually. We don't have a whole lot of fish right now either. So, yeah, I'm just going to speed things up and... So now that sawmills run out, I think let's I'm gonna upgrade the village that, you know, this whole system can, you know, distribute a little faster. Like, I don't like seeing that, you know, output storage full. Like, you know, they should be delivered, and now this one's output storage is full, so it's like, yeah, you need to get these planks delivered here so that they can then like be transported around the network. Can't go up another city size. You need stone for that. I don't think there's anything research that makes... trader speech would be good. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, we could upgrade our fishery. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. So, it looks like our fish is coming in though. Yeah, 22 in storage. There we go. Wonderful. With that fish, I'm sure the peasants will be happy in no time. Why wouldn't they be? What luxury. Your work is done here. I think you're really starting to get the hang of this whole building thing. Keep it up, and you may even get as good as Mr. Nuts and I. Toodaloo. Cool. All right. So yeah, it's definitely easing us in one little sort of concept at a time. We're about hitting the hour here, so I think I'm going to stop here. Hopefully that was interesting. Might skip ahead, like next video, I might, like either sort of just show the basics of the scenario rather than playing the whole thing uninterrupted, or just skip ahead to one of the, the later campaign missions. But I hope that that was a good indicator of how the game is, because it is a, you're not seeing like the massive dynamics of the economy yet, but yeah, it's definitely a more that interesting mechanism of like using taxing to actually like drive your economy. So thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.